Okay, so I made a list. The video to which this comment has come, from which this comment has from, was about how you can use human design and gene keys to make more money, improve your relationships, and kick anxiety and stress in the asshole, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. How? How is this actually possible? Like, actually give me the things. All right, let's go. Number one, money. Your pearl sequence. In Gene Keys, there's something called your pearl sequence, which is also referred to as your money triangle. Enough said. Anyway, this triangle basically shows you what you are here to do, who you are here to serve, who you are here to be, and your point of magnetism. Literally everything that you need to know in order to start a business or even just start a side hustle to like make some extra money literally tells you your superpowers for doing that specific thing. Anyway, so that's number one. Number two, your limiting beliefs around money. If you look at your human design chart, there are specific areas of that chart that will tell you exactly what your limiting beliefs are around money. Like example, for me, one of the limiting beliefs that I had about money was that I had to have all the answers. I had to know exactly where the money was going to come from in order for the money to actually come. Bullshit. Because let me tell you, since I've been doing this work, money has come to me from out of the fucking blue. And I'm being absolutely fucking serious right now. Like, literally. People that, like, I have old sales pages for programs that I shut down months ago, and somehow people have found the link and bought that specific program. I'm like, I don't even run this program anymore. How did you get this link? Doesn't fucking matter. So, number two, your gifts and your superpowers. Your human design chart and your Gene Keys your hologenetic profile will tell you exactly what your specific gifts and superpowers are. It will tell you exactly the things that you are uniquely designed to use to make money. Bro, what? Because people say all the time, oh, I know what my gifts are, I know what my strengths are. Do you? Do you really? Because I can tell you right now, I fucking didn't. But anyway, and number four, your business structure. Now, not everybody wants to start a business, okay? Not everybody wants to have their own business, have a side hustle, whatever. So if that's not you, you can just skip this one. But human design can literally tell you what kind of business structure is going to be best for you. How many hours a day is best for you to work? What kind of niche is best for you to have? It's literally all in your human design. It's actually astonishing. When I started diving into everything that your human design can actually tell you, it blew my fucking mind. And now here I am telling you, so it can hopefully blow your mind as well. Okay, so now let's move on to relationships. This is actually what I am basing my program Ready for Love completely around. Okay, so number one, your Venus sequence. Gene Keys, first of all, let me say, Gene Keys is based on three sequences. There's the Genius sequence, the Venus sequence, and the Pearl sequence, which we already talked about. The Venus sequence is about relationships, okay? This is your unconscious patterns in relationships. These are your destructive behaviors in relationships, your specific difficulties in relationships, where you were emotionally stunted during your adolescence, during your childhood, and how you bring that into your relationships, your deepest wound that you need to heal, right? All of this is in your Venus sequence, right? Okay. Your destructive patterns and toxic behaviors, that information is in your human design chart. If you look at your human design chart and you look at specific areas, it will tell you exactly what your toxic behaviors are, because where you are out of alignment is where things are going to be more toxic. I'll give you an example. For me, I have an undefined G center, which means I can be just a little bit codependent. Yeah, I don't have that consistent sense of who I am. Like, what's my purpose? What is my direction? Where am I going? Blah, blah, blah. So when I am in a relationship, I tend to identify myself with that other person because it's very safe for me. It's like, yes, now I know who I am. I am this person's, whatever. And I get a little bit codependent because I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose this feeling if I finally know who I am because I'm in this relationship with this person. So I tend to, we all know what the pitfalls of codependency. I don't need to go into that, but codependency is a little bit of a pattern that I fall into when I'm not being conscious and self-aware. And that's something that I see also mirrored in my human design chart, right? Okay, so cool. Human design will also tell us the traits in others that we are consciously and unconsciously searching for. because in human design, it shows us where we feel as though our energy is incomplete, where we are searching for something. Human design will literally tell you what the shit is that you are looking for in someone else. And I promise you, if you look at this, it's going to surprise you. It is going to surprise you because it shocked the hell out of me. So if we know what we are consciously and unconsciously looking for in other people, we can make sure that we are not mistaking something that's actually a red flag for something that we want from someone else, right? Okay, cool. Connection charts. You can take your human design chart, right? Take someone else's human design chart, right? Put them on top of each other. And you will see exactly what your design is when the two of you are together. This is some crazy shit, okay? Let me tell you. Because the types of channels that are created when you put two human design charts on top of each other tell you about how the relationship is going to work out. So the two things that come up the most for me in this conversation are dominance channels, it's exactly what it sounds like, and electromagnetic channels. These two channels, these two bits of information completely changed the way that I viewed all of my entire relationships. So that is relationships. Now let's talk about getting rid of anxiety and stress. Number one, right off the bat, we need to talk about the crown center and the root center. These are the pressure centers of human design. This is where anxiety and stress come from. Anxiety comes from the crown center, which is a mental pressure center. It pressures you to think about things. What is anxiety? Constant ruminating of thoughts, replaying of thoughts in your head, right? Thinking about things that haven't actually happened yet. Crown center. Crown center. Root center is physical pressure. What is stress? The physical manifestation of the shit that you're thinking in your head. Now, sometimes it is physical. Sometimes it's the physical stress of, my kid's not moving fast enough when you get to school on time. Or, I don't have enough money to cover my rent this month. Those are physical stresses, right? But we can also think ourselves into stress, right? So physical pressure, mental pressure, pressure centers, human design, cool. Non-self themes. We can get pushed into anxiety when we are living out of alignment and we're in our non-self theme. The biggest ones that come to mind for me right now, obviously, are the crown center and the ajna center, but also things like the non-self themes for the energy types, right? For generators and manifesting generators, that's frustration. For projectors, that's bitterness. For reflectors, it's disappointment. And for manifestors, it's anger, right? All of these things can contribute to a feeling of anxiety, but they're also a part of the non-self theme of each energy type, right? Okay, cool. Self-worth. Self-worth, I'm thinking specifically about the G center and the heart center, right? When we're living out of alignment with these specific centers, anxiety can run a freaking muck because you're either trying to prove yourself or you're trying to search for love outside of you, both of which not good. And also doing versus surrendering. There are so many of us who are putting the things that we want, the things that we desire, which we can have, by the way, on the opposite side of energy that we do not possess or that we think we need, but we actually don't need. So what does this mean? I'll give you an example. For me, I have a undefined heart center, right? And the non-self theme of the undefined heart center is trying to prove yourself. So for the longest time, I thought that if I want to have, a 6-figure business, or if I want to have an amazing, fulfilling relationship, I have to feel worthy of that first. Incorrect. Because feeling worthy is not in alignment for me as someone with an undefined heart center. So when I was unconsciously saying I need to feel worthy for this in order to have it, I was putting the things that I wanted on the other side of something that is very difficult for me personally to experience. So I know I was talking really fast, but it's because I was trying to get through all of this in a TikTok video. So hopefully that's the how, essentially. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions,